Hello once again. I want to talk to y'all about this whole thing. Um, I thought it was a form of cancel culture. Maybe it is. I'm not sure if I'm using that term correctly. But within social media, I will say I will use a term I do understand: unfriending, defriending, blocking. I've been on social media roughly since 2005. Started off on MySpace. Remember that? And I kind of miss MySpace in a way because back in the days of MySpace, you could be creative. You can, you really, in a way, you felt like you were looking into somebody's soul if they were creative enough with their profile. You don't really get that so much. It was fun. It was kind of like a new frontier at that time. And since the days of MySpace, there's Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Tumblr, what's it, Pentgraph, whatever it's called, Twitter, my YouTube, and a bunch of other lesser known versions of social media. And I'm on a bunch of them, and I got multiple profiles on Facebook. I got same thing on YouTube, I and I have various reasons for doing that, and we all do. And most of us do. Business related, then you want one for for whatever interest you have, and just it became a necessity. But within within the main like in the Facebook era, we're still living in that Facebook era, but a lot of us are on Facebook. Um, and from the early days of MySpace on to today with Facebook, um, people kind of friend hoard all the time, and you got people. And I used to be one of those people. I got up to about close to 3,000 friends on MySpace. I was like, oh, this is just ridiculous. And I ended up having to delete it, getting it below 1,000. Um, and when I got on Facebook, I have put up Facebook accounts, and will build up to about 400 or 500 friends, and I'll be like, that's too ridiculous, and kind of chuck that account to the side and start all over again. And I try to keep my as much under 300 as possible, and God willing under 200, because just it's hard to keep up with so many people all the time. And some people are not on Facebook ever. They may go up there once or twice a year. You got people who are on Facebook all the time, and then you're if you're on Facebook, you're posting or what have you. You don't necessarily talk to people that you knew. And all the time, some people feel dissed, and then sometimes people feel like I got too many friends. I got to go and streamline it, and then you go and delete or defriend people. And most of the time, it's nothing personal. I mean, and when I do it, it's nothing personal for the most part. If I delete or defriend somebody, it's just I need to keep it under a certain amount, just to just keep my own sanity. Now, I want to talk about unfriending, defriending, blocking in negative ways. And I have been a victim of that. And I'm not saying I'm a victim in, when feel sorry for me, but just giving you my situation. I don't know if that's really a good choice of word, but let's just say that I have endured being defriended. I have endured being blocked, unfriended, and sometimes it hurts because it's like, oh, I kind of like that person. That person defriended me, or and you're just kind of like, wow, but it may not be personal. I mean, as I said, people live their lives and they got stuff going on, and it may whatever social media page might be a way to just try to get things, a little symbolic gesture, just getting your act together. last year, I had while I was in Ireland, I noticed there were just too many people on my Facebook page, and I was like, and I went I deleted a bunch of people. I really didn't want to, but I'm just like, it was just like, if I didn't get this under control, I'll be getting up to 300 people over again. So it's like I got to go and nip it in the bud. And so I remember I deleted about probably about 20 people, and I would say pretty much none of it was personal. Now, yesterday, I not only got deleted, I got blocked by somebody, and this is where it gets personal. Now, my feelings aren't hurt. I know why I got deleted and blocked, and this is and there's yeah, you guessed it. It's political. It's stupid how people get their feelings hurt over political differences online. They just can't accept that people have a different point of view from somebody else. Now, I have deleted people and blocked people before on the subject of politics, not necessarily because there were a difference, but because somebody was just being a total a hole to me in their demeanor. I can handle somebody having a different opinion of me. I mean, as I said, I am a mild mannered social cutthroat capitalism, i.e., the Reagan Thatcher view of the world is the way to go. While I find it personally an abomination, I'm not going to hate you for that. If you are strong social conservative, and you're just like and you're like uber religious, and you believe in this prayer in school, and the whole religious right thing, and you have some views that obviously differs from mine. Um, Unless you're not too obnoxious about it, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. If you're to my left and you're offended, or if I'm offended by somebody who may look at the Bolshevik Revolution and think that was a positive development, that offends me, but I won't delete you for it. Or if somebody, as I said, just it matters not. In the center left sphere, if you are offended that I supported Bernie Sanders over Hillary Clinton in 2016, I think you're misguided and you're mistaken, and Hillary Clinton is rotten to the core. But I'm not going to go and hate you for it. But my point is that people are thin skinned. People are thin skinned. Now, the left has been accused of being the arbiters of cancel culture. They're the ones that are differences, and they're all snowflakey over differences, and then if somebody has an opinion, oh, their feelings are hurt, and they're crying, and all. I mean, the whole stereotype that builds up. Well, the reverse happened. Yes, last night. I'm not going to mention the name of the person. I'm going to say it was a former. This person was a former coworker, and she's a pro Donald Trump Republican type, the whole nine yards. Kind of on the evangelical side when it comes to religion. Pretty much a solidly partisan Republican. Kind of very traditionally Southern, or what one would define kind of on the redneck side of the Southern culture. Um, and I can accept these things. I may disagree with it, but I can accept that. She puts up a lot of silly memes online. She puts them up a whole lot. and she critiques some of the stuff I will put on Facebook and find it objectionable. Okay, guess what? She finds it objectionable. I check it off and have a laugh. Ha ha ha. I go on with my life. I may respond to it, but she put up an obnoxious meme last night. And yeah, it was Democrat versus Republican. But lately, when people say Democrat, they just don't mean the Democrats itself. They mean, to them, it's a catch all to mean the entire left. And it was just a chance to crap on and to blanket indictment the entire left and make allegations about the left, the overall left. That's not true. As if you're just on the left, all the bad things you don't. I don't associate. I don't associate your average conservative Republican who's all about low taxes and a strong military and very pro business and everything. I don't equate them with Hitler, but because I will advocate Medicare for all, and I will advocate Green New Deal, and I believe in tolerance when it comes to alternative sexualities. And I'm not trying to say alternative sexuality like it's freaking nature, but this whole LGBTQ thing is kind of new with people, but even a lot of conservatives are getting more accepting of it. She's from a bygone era, and but anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that I don't go and delete somebody or block somebody for thinking different of me, or for thinking different from me. I have been blocked by people on the left and on the right and by the center. And you know that when you're being blocked by the left and the right and the center, whatever you're doing, you're probably not in the wrong, and all the other people are just out to lunch. As I have been blocked by one person for criticizing the Tea Party. I've been blocked by another person for supporting same-sex marriage. I've been blocked by another person for not thinking that Israel's the worst country in the world. I've been blocked by another person for saying mean things about Donald Trump in response. I've been blocked by another person for voting third party instead of voting for Hillary Clinton. I have been you name it, they will block me. Uh, I have been blocked by some people who thinks I am a Democrat. The point I'm trying to, and I've been, you name it, whatever issue, I have been accused of being everything under the sun by everybody from every which angle. Ridiculous, ridiculous. But what can you say? But the point is, when do I do this sort of thing to people? Not for thinking different from me, not for having a different point of view from me, even if it's fairly extreme. Now, if you're alt right piece of filth who hate blacks and hate Jews and hate immigrants and hate the gays and all the things that the white nationalists hate, I don't want to be your friend. If you're a communist, and I mean, I won't turn you away if you're a communist per se. If you think Cuba is neat or Venezuela is a well-meaning experiment, or you think that the golden age of progress was the heyday of the Soviet Union, you're very, very, very wrong. But I'm not going to turn you away. But if you praise the killing fields in Cambodia, you're just as bad as white nationalists. So from the opposite end. Um, I mean, the point I'm trying to make is I'm not going to turn you away for thinking differently from me for the most part, unless you're just a far too gone individual when it comes to politics. Now, wherever you are on the political spectrum, if you disrespect me for thinking different, for just having a different opinion, you think that I should be harmed, or you think I'm just a complete jerk, insufferable that you're insulting me, guess what? I would not just delete you. I will block your backside, as they call them in England. I'll block your bum. But I'm not thin skinned like a lot of people are out there on the left, on the right, and on the center. I am the sanest person out there when it comes to the politics. That's why I have this channel because I mean, I want to make sanity out of an otherwise insane world, and that's where I come in. So anyway, if you like what you heard today, subscribe, like, share, tell everybody about this channel, and you got something you want to bring out. You use you use this social media, and don't be too worried if you get negative feedback. I mean, I mean, if I were to get worried about all the negative feedback I ever get, I would just be totally depressed and just could not bear to be online over here. But for all you haters out there, haters are gonna hate. Hey, just live with it. As I said, subscribe, like, share, tell everybody about this channel, form your own channel, comment, and hope to see all y'all do your own thing as far as that's concerned. And as I said, please subscribe because I'm trying to get this channel to go up, and I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Take care.